into tarot and helpful ways to learn it on an intuitive level. Because it's helpful to not necessarily memorize the whole deck. That can almost be overwhelming. There's 78 cards in a tarot deck, and to memorize each one could definitely start to get a little confusing, and also put you more in the mindset of memorizing instead of intuitively just seeing and feeling what resonates, what feels right, and what's coming to you from the unseen realms. So tarot, and really any form of divination, is great to incorporate into your life or into your practice, or just really into your spiritual journey. Really connecting with your intuition is always a wise and important thing to do, because it connects you with that part of yourself that is real, that's true, that's of your essence, and that will live on forever. After this physical body died, lived this particular lifetime, that is the part of us that will live on forever. And it's also that part of us that helps us know that we're never alone. There's something higher that has our best interest in mind and always has our back. This video is going to mix a little bit of numerology as well as intuition to learn tarot. So first, to start off, we have the Major Arcana, which consists of 22 cards. They are also the picture cards. These generally are teaching us or trying to tell us a story of lessons, higher reasoning, things that are very important, and this is what makes them a part of the Major Arcana, that top level of cards. They're also very much talking about important energies that are going on in a high level. So for example, if you have the Magician card, that talks a lot about maybe you're focusing on manifestation or bringing certain things into reality. That card really talks about an overarching energy that is present within your life. On the other hand, we have the Minor Arcana, which consists of 56 cards that really puts the little details into the picture. It really talks about subtleties, little things that you can predict. It's 4 elemental symbols, which consist of the wands, sword, cups, and pentacles. Now, each of these symbols also correlates to its connecting element. So wands, fire, swords, air, cups, water, and pentacles, earth. With wands being very much associated with the spirit, the etherical, that which is very powerful, also willpower, those general things that cover the element of fire. Where swords or air talk very much about the intellect, thoughts, ideas, concepts. Where cups and water talks about the intuition, feelings, emotions, slowing down, being calm, really taking that time to reflect, go within. A lot of introverts would fall more within the water and earth category, where maybe extroverts would be more intellectual and swords or wands, because wands and swords make up more of the masculine energy, where water earth makes more up of the feminine energy. So now with pentacles and earth, we have a suit of cards that talks about the tangible, the physical body, also money or prosperity, things that you can actually physically see within this reality. So property, and also the earthly ties, things that tie us to the earth. Now, to bring in some numerology to simplify and hopefully learning the Minor Arcana cards a little bit easier is to go through 1 through 10 or 1 to 0. Off with 1, which would be the aces in each of those 4 categories. It's all about new beginnings, the start of something, the birth of something. It's that seed in the ground, so also that planting of ideas. It really talks about something coming new, bringing something forth. It can also symbolize birth or a child on the way. Just to give an example. Number 2 is all about duality, yin, yang. It also talks about balance, so the scales, partnership. Number 3 talks about creativity, crystallization. 3 is very powerful within the occult or powerful number in general, because you see 3 manifest in all forms of religion, including, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. We also see it in Wicca or witchcraft with Mother, Maid, and Crone. 3 is very much a part of spirituality, that aspect that really talks about 3 elements of self becoming whole. 3 also talks about outcomes or change, creativity, abundance, joy, social circles. 4 really talks about that foundation. 4 needing those 4 points to really create and build something strong, that strong foundation, as well as earth is hard work. 5 talks all about being that midpoint, that almost crossroads. It talks very much about changing of direction, also needing to bring in discernment or some type of decision making, because it's going to be needed. Changes on the horizon. 6 is a very beautiful number. It's very much associated with beauty, harmony, grace. It's also associated with poetry, the arts, creativity. 7 talks about contemplation or withdrawal, spirituality, reflection, going within or discovering knowledge. 8 it's associated with the universe, much a number that heralds good luck, abundance, manifestations, those things that you have been working towards, they're on their way, as well as success, power, attainment. 9 talks about that next to final step, so conclusion, things coming to an end or that are about to come to an end. That with 10 being that final conclusion, something has officially died, it is put to rest, it won't be coming back at least anytime soon, and it talks really about that final stage, almost kind of like that nail in the coffin situation where it is complete, to begin the cycle all over again. Now, one exercise that really helps with strengthening the intuition while learning tarot is the morning and night pull a card. And basically what this is every morning for as long as it works for you, pull 1 card. Spend 5, 10, 15 minutes and intuitively write whatever comes to you about that card. It could mean just looking at the pictures and how does that make you feel? What thoughts come to mind? What do you think this card is trying to tell you on that intuitive level? It always helps in the morning because everything is fresh, it's new, you just woke up, and that really helps that clarity level, where at the end of the day, it might be more chaotic and a little bit more difficult to officially tap into that intuitive part of self. So at the end of the day, to kind of complete the exercise, looking up that actual meaning to kind of compare the two. Your intuitive morning, what you got at that time, as well as what is traditionally known of that card. Now, when reading the actual meaning, I do suggest kind of skimming through it and also feeling that whole paragraph, page, whatever it is, of text that you're reading, skimming it over, intuitively feeling it out, as well as picking out particular words or maybe a sentence, things that really still resonate with what you got. Because reading the whole entirety of the text can sometimes still put you in that mind and start to doubt what you got intuitive. The key is still keeping that intuitive, what you got, strong while balancing it with the traditional text. I also recommend the storytelling method when conducting readings for yourself or others. And basically what that is looking at the cards and seeing what story is trying to be told. Really helps to know what's going on a bigger picture level. So let's go ahead and do a mini card reading just to put words to action and to understand kind of what I'm talking about. And let's just do a little mini reading to show using the methods that I mentioned previously, incorporating them into this reading and how they can benefit and help when doing a tarot reading. So Let's go ahead and pull the cards. We have the Four of Cups, the Hermit card, and then the Queen of Pentacles. We have one major card and two minor cards. The major being the Hermit, and then Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles being the minor cards. And really, we're looking for the story, going back to that story method. And I'll put it in a little bit closer so we can get that Four of Cups. It's very much a personal preference on what cards you would like to choose. Obviously, using more colorful ones might help particular individuals. Me personally, I love the Hermetic deck, which is this specific deck that I'm using in today's reading. And one of the reasons why I love it so much, love using it, is because it is so rich in symbolism. It specifically has all of your astrological signs, as well as Hebrew text, as well as just great detail that can really help in a reading. Now, obviously in this card with the Two of Cups, you can see we have Cancer, we also have the Moon. This card obviously talks very much about the Moon being in Cancer. It's already a water card, so adding on top of that Moon in Cancer talks about it being a very depth, nurturing card. Very much starting from the top, there's the leaves. We don't see any flowers necessarily, and it seems that even though the top layer is over full, it's overfilling from the center, when it gets down to that bottom level, it's starting to dry up. So really what this card is telling us is a time period where in your life there may have been a success or fortune, but things are starting to change, they're starting to shift, and you're noticing this on an intuitive level, which might be causing worry or not sure of what's going on. So let's see what's going on with the picture by moving to the next card. So we have the Hermit. As you can see, he is sitting next to the shaft of wheat, as well as the cosmic egg. Both symbolically talk very much about going within. They are in a dormant stage. He is also sitting with his hand open, so offering wisdom or advice. So with these two cards, we can already tell that with the coming changes, with this seeming time period in your life that may be a shift, or noticing maybe something that was working once isn't working anymore, is causing and really asking you to go within. So some deep reflection. It's also talking very much about connecting to that wisdom part of yourself to understand the next stages that are coming in life. So let's see if we can get a little bit of a glimpse into the future with this third card, because right now it's kind of leaving things a little bit open-ended. So moving on to the Queen of Pentacles, well, we can see right off the bat, this card obviously talking about earth, possessions, that physical element, also prosperity, success. So success is on the horizon. This is definitely a situation where this ending is going to be very beneficial and for your best, because we're moving into a new state of success, prosperity that's on the horizon, and that will benefit your life overall. This is also the Queen. So it's the watery part of earth. So we got a lot of water going on, which is really talking about assessing how you really feel. What really makes you happy and what is really going to fulfill you in life. Also, card, you can see the balancing with the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. It talks a lot about you have all these qualities within to bring whatever you are working towards or wanting to manifest, or what you desire most into your life. It just needs that little bit of time period to sort through things and to really know yourself on a deeper level, as well as what are the next steps. It talks about a time of organization and getting everything in order. So as you can see from this mini reading, just going over the story that the cards are trying to tell you through symbolism or the pictures really helps you understand and give a reading that be informative for others. So even though as maybe daunting or overwhelming tarot can sometimes seem, the key really lies in yourself and listening to